Hey guys, Zach Dunbar here, and this is going to be my review for Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 5. All I can say is this show is an absolute triumph, and it gets better and better each episode, and this episode was magnificent. You got to see Rick Flag Sr. be more of a villain this time around. And yeah, you got to see Eagly come into his own as Primal Eagle, which I thought was really cool. They set it up in last week's episode. But having Eagly beat the ever-loving shit out of Michael Rooker's character and had a bunch of Eagles team up on his ass, I thought was absolute joy to see. And yeah, R.I.P. Michael Rooker's character. You never officially see him die, but you see Eagly bring back one of his fingers. I assume it's one of his fingers, so I'm pretty sure it's safe to say Michael Rooker's character's dead. R.I.P. Michael Rooker, you were a great addition to the show. Sorry that Eagly and the other Eagles completely obliterated your ass. As for Hardcore, it was pretty sad to see her have to beat the shit out of Christopher, but she ultimately did it to save his life from that one other agent woman, who you find out in this episode's part machine, which I thought was pretty cool. I didn't see that coming. And yeah, they all eventually bring him to Rick Flag Sr., who beats the ever-loving shit out of him. Christopher, this is one of Christopher's worst days ever. Everyone's beating the shit out of him. Luckily for him, Economos was able to save him and get him out of there in time so Rick Flag Sr. couldn't completely murder him. I feel like that's what he was pretty much getting ready to do. But yeah, thank you, Economos, otherwise known as John. He's one of my favorite characters in the DCU so far, and this episode cemented it. You gotta see Chris finally be like, okay, I'm done with this universe. I'm done with all the shit that I've been through. I'm gonna live with my brother and father in the other universe and fight supervillains as a team of heroes. You never got to see them fight that kaiju, which I thought was a little bummer. I thought it would have been a great action scene. But you gotta see the aftermath. You get to see Chris covered in blood and go towards the hardcore of the other universe. I said in previous episodes, I'm curious to see how he juggles there being two hardcores. I'm pretty sure he has a little bit of issues with the hardcore from our universe, how she did turn him in. And this hardcore from the other universe seems completely in love with him. So I'm pretty sure he's safe to say that Christopher has no interest in coming back into our own universe. But I'm curious to see what ultimately happens. Will they find out that he murdered the Chris from their own universe? I'm not sure. There's 3 episodes left, so you never know what James Gunn plans to do. I think Economos, Bio, and Hardcore are going to try to go into the other universe and get Chris back. I'm not quite sure how they're going to get Chris back, because that universe is really basically heaven for Christopher. He's in love. Hardcore loves him. You can't really... There's not much to complain about in the other universe. It seems great. And especially because Christopher is the wanted man in the other universe. Yeah, you never know. I'm sure they'll get him back somehow. But right now, I'm pretty sure he's like, don't bug me. I'm living with my brother and father and we're heroes together. Seeing that I didn't see coming, you just got to see Adrian actually cry over the loss of Christopher, which I thought was really touching, seeing him out of Bio and him actually shared a hug. And yeah, Adrian doesn't seem like the kind of character that would normally do that. So having to see Adrian break down and completely cry out of Bio, touching scene, really was. I didn't see that coming. So yeah, overall, I thought this episode was great. It did a great job, like every other episode before it. It's done a great job setting up what's going to come in future episodes. And so those are my overall thoughts on Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 5. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. Like and subscribe to my channel for more, and take care, guys.